I absolutely had to make this video. I am so sick and tired of people in my comments telling me the things that I'm riding are not electric bikes. They're motorcycles with pedals. So let's get it. So today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. I figured I'd spice up this channel and bring out the big boy so I could kind of show you the size of my, okay. But what we're going to be talking about today is e-bikes versus motorcycles. And I know what you're going to say is, they're not the same thing, and I 100% agree. However, what I've came across is dealing with e-bikes and doing reviews of e-bikes that are very fast, we'll say 40 plus miles per hour, and people in reviews, other reviewers will say, you know, these are just like a motorcycle, or someone will say in a comment, oh, that's not a bicycle, that's a motorcycle with pedals. Okay, first off, I feel like people have never ridden motorcycles before, but I'm gonna titillate the people in the comments just because. Now, what we're looking at today is it really doesn't matter the brand, but you guessed it, it's the Wired Predator. Probably, if not the world's fastest production, that's the key word here, e-bike and a motorcycle. Okay, what's the difference? Well, can you see it? Yes, you can, right? You could see it. I'm not gonna insult your intelligence here. This specific model is a Venera, and it's number 234 to 500 in the world. So this price point is a little ridiculous. Let's just go with the base model of what this is. $20,000 is the bit, not this one. Okay, easy booster seat, not 20 grand. Let me, if I'm gonna hold my jams, I'm gonna swing them low. Not 20 grand, like 55, but it's not the point. The point is 20 grand, base model, XDiavael Nera, XDiavael, not Nera. Department of Transportation, approved. Brembo brakes, front. I don't think the rear Brembo, like Fembo or something, Nissan, I don't know. But the front Brembo, you know, dual disc, massive, heavy, 400 pounds, 150 miles per hour, like it's nothing, no problem. This, on the other hand, we have no idea, right? You have, it could say some shit on it, like whatever, Nissan, Star Union, Gemma, it really does not matter. But they're not the same, right? They're very different things. But people and reviewers like to call something when they go fast that this e-bike is just like a motorcycle. That's not an e-bike, that is a motorcycle with pedals. First off, if I put pedals on this, do you understand how ridiculous I would look? I look pretty damn ridiculous. Plus, you're not gonna be able to pedal something 400 pounds like you would this. So they're not in the same bracket. I wouldn't even consider this technically an e-bike. It needs to be in a bracket by itself. But a lot of reviewers do this, and I think that those are reviewers that never put their ass in the saddle or actually rode a motorcycle, because they couldn't be further. Apart from them both having wheels and something that moves those wheels, that's about the only thing that is similar between the two of these. If you take a four-wheeler, a quad, and a car, are they the same thing? No, well, they both have four wheels and they both have a motor. So why aren't they called both cars? It's the same thing, right? This is not like a motorcycle, it's a bike. That being said, do we say that since something is fast, that's a motorcycle? Because there's videos of people, and I get it, you're gonna say that doesn't have a motor, people going down Tour de France, they're descending, and they're doing 65 miles per hour. I'm gonna put that and just plug that right there, 65 miles per hour. Uh-huh. Are those motorcycles? Are those jet skis? What are those? Those are bicycles, right? And I didn't know your argument. You're gonna say, well, they're using their legs. They're going downhill. Right? That's, are you really using your legs? But it doesn't matter. If you want to buy a bike like this, or you want to buy something that goes 50 miles per hour, you're like me. You're going through a midlife crisis. A woman's not going to buy this. You have a complex and you want to go fast. You don't have a motorcycle license. I'm not mocking you. I think you should get on a motorcycle and go. But a lot of people don't. They come off of motorcycles and they go to this. But this is not something to look down upon because you don't understand it and it goes fast, right? It's not also something to rip from the road. The problem is when you get at motorcycles, you have to pass the course. You might have to take a written test. Some places in Europe, I think you have to go to school for 2 years before you can ride one. I mean, there is ridiculous. You're wearing more safety equipment with this than you want. Not me, right? I'm that ridiculous guy. See how I look right now? That's how I ride this. So don't take my, I just moved to Florida, so I just wanted to be a rebel, right? But when people get on this, they're gonna look like this. Yes, we can agree. They might put a helmet on, some gloves, but they wear t-shirts and mini skirts. And if you're wearing the two of those and you're a dude, just leave my channel. But they wear that and they're like, oh my God, you should wear some gloves and a helmet. You think that's gonna help your kneecaps or your ribs that are broken? No, when you get on this, what do people usually wear? Kevlar lined jeans, vest, back protectors, any type of CPE. We're talking about gloves, helmet. You wear more with this, but what's more dangerous? This or this? Honestly, this. People barely look out for these and they make a lot of noise. There are many people that get hit on bicycles alone, let alone e-bikes. So is it safe to ride something like this at 50 miles per hour on a highway? No, it's not. But that doesn't mean take it off the market or we should automatically call that a motorcycle, because nothing on this is a motorcycle. And I think that's the point of this video. Anybody could hop on this bike and go whatever it does, 60 miles per hour. Anybody could do that. There does need to be some type of training, but do we really want governments to step in and force people to now regulate on a bicycle? Because where does it end, right? Then we're gonna do it on skateboards. Then you're removing all the fun factor. So while I agree with that there is no limitations to this, anybody can get it. And of course, that's why government steps in and says that because of the children, we have to remove this. We see this in a lot of industries. I think that is up to the parents being responsible, and your kid's gonna wanna do just like we did what we wanted to do when we were kids, right? It doesn't matter what your parents say. If they wanna get on their friend's bike that goes 70 miles per hour, they're gonna do that. And you know, that's that thing you have to juggle with, but that's not on the manufacturer. You know who that's on? That's on the consumer. If there's no demand for it, companies won't make it, right? If people are saying, oh, I want something that goes fast, and then they make it, and the parents buy it, other companies like Saran and Talaria, eRide Pro, they're all gonna see that industry is growing, so let's also make them. So if you don't want them to make 72-volt bikes, don't comment, that's not it. Don't comment negatively on videos about it, just don't buy it, right? And then the problem just goes away by itself. So I don't think there's necessarily a problem with a bike like this. I think if whatever you want to do that makes you happy, if it's getting on this or this, I think either way, they're both going to reach speeds that will cause your adrenaline to spike and maybe help you lose a little bit of weight so you could dump the whole motor and actually ride a bike down a hill at Tour de France at 65 miles per hour. Not gonna happen. There is a very valid argument that we don't know that this bike is not designed to do 60 miles per hour. This bike's not designed to go off-road. That video right there, that one right there. This bike is not designed to go off-road. It'll break, it'll warp, it'll bend. You take that risk. It's just like this. This bike can do 150, but I don't get on the highway and do 150. You do with what you feel comfortable. And if you wanna go whatever that top speed is, it's there for you to grab and take it and go. It's really important to mention, people are gonna say the speeds, is it safe? When you get on this, you know the risks that you're taking. And I think that that is super important. I don't think you should have anybody, if you are an adult, that tells you what you can or cannot buy. That's the reason I got 4 divorces. Stay beautiful.